Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Welcome back to Understanding Culture, Society and Politics. In this lesson, we will talk about education and its importance to the society. Please do not forget click the subscribe and like buttons. Also, if you have questions, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you. The main objective for this topic is for us to examine the functions and importance of education in the society. Some hadith about seeking knowledge. Anas ibn Malik reported, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim. Also, Abu Hurairah reported, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, whoever travels a path in search of knowledge, Allah will make easy for him a path to paradise. People do not gather in the houses of Allah, reciting the book of Allah and studying it together, but that tranquility will descend upon them, mercy will cover them, angels will surround them, and Allah will mention them to those near him. What is education? Education is the social institution that formally socializes members of the society. It is the process through which skills, knowledge, and values are transmitted from the teachers to the learners. It is the act of imparting or acquiring knowledge. In the Philippines, by law, education is obligatory for 13 years. That is composed of the kindergarten, and the grades 1 through 12. There are 3 government agencies that handle education in the Philippines. The Department of Education, or DepEd. The Commission on Higher Education, or CHT. And, Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, or TSDA. There are different types of education. First, formal education. This type of education usually takes place in a classroom setting and is provided by trained teaching and non-teaching staff. Under the formal education are the elementary, secondary, tertiary, vocation and special education. Elementary education, or is sometimes referred to as the primary education. This is the first part of the educational system, and it includes the first 6 years of compulsory education from grade 1 to grade 6. Secondary education is continuing basic education from the elementary level to 4 years of junior high school and 2 years of senior high school. Tertiary education is offered by private and public colleges and universities. Most higher education institutions offer 4-year degree programs with 2 semesters per year. However, there are also programs that needs 5 years or 6 years before completion. And some universities offer trimester. Vocational education offers courses on specific skills set, craft or trade. Accredited institutions offer technical and vocational education. Programs offered vary in duration from a few weeks to 2 years. Special education, SPED, refers to the education of persons who are physically, mentally, emotionally, socially or culturally different from so-called normal individuals, such that they require modification of school practices to develop their potential. Nonformal education is an organized educational activity that takes place outside a formal setup. It has no age limit, even adults can take part in a non-formal education program. One example for this is the alternative learning system of the Department of Education. This serves as a venue for those people who did not have the opportunity to attend school before. This gives a chance to people who are considered old to still be in school to finish their education. Informal education is a lifelong process of learning by which every person acquires and accumulates knowledge, skills, attitude from daily experiences at home, at work, at play, and from life itself. Functions of education in a society. Give training in specific skills, or the basic general education literacy such as reading, writing, counting and solving basic mathematical problems. Education prepares individuals for a job in the future. This is also one of the most common reasons why an individual needs education. Especially in the Philippines, where the poverty rate is high, it is inculcated in the young minds that they need to finish school in order for them to secure a good job or career in the future. Preserving culture from generation to generation. Since individuals who have education will be able to research, document and preserve the culture of past and current societies, and therefore, give reference to the future generations. Education also encourage democratic participation through verbal skills. When learning in school, an individual gets to know about his rights and responsibilities, about politics, governance, social studies and a lot of things about his environment, that will lead him to participate in state functions as an active citizen. It develops the person's ability to think logically and critically. It enhances their ability to solve problems, to relate concepts and theories to the real world and applications of such concepts that will be beneficial to their lives. Enriching life by enabling the students to expand her intellectual and aesthetic horizons. Improving personal adjustment through personal counseling. An individual learns a lot of concepts and ideas during his life in school. By relating these concepts on his real life, he would be able to reflect and ponder on his own situations and provide counseling to oneself. Improving the health of the nation's youth. Aside from the fact that the youth will be exposed to things that can be beneficial for themselves, but also, they will have an opportunity to learn about the problems of their society, their environment, the world they are living in and try to develop solutions to these problems. By educating people, we are also producing nationalistic citizens, who will be the future leaders and public servants that will lead and serve with integrity, honesty and patriotism. Build personal character and empowering the youth. Important goals of education. One of the most important goals of education is producing productive citizenry. This refers to an idea that a citizen can create opportunities to become productive. For example, an individual will be able to make a livelihood for himself by pursuing a career or establishing his own business. Education also aims for individuals to have self-actualization. This refers to a desire for self-fulfillment. If an individual's self-fulfillment is through achieving his dreams and aspirations in life, once these are achieved, he reaches the level of self-actualization. For example, an individual may pursue master's of doctorate degrees even after tertiary education to achieve his personal goals. This in turn creates a positive impact to the country, since we will have additional experts in certain field of study. Everyone has the right to education. Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Education has to be free and compulsory at least in the primary level. Higher education and technical vocational education should be made generally available. Education is a fundamental human right and essential for the exercise of all other human rights. UNESCO. It promotes individual freedom and empowerment and yields important development benefits. The aims and goals of the curriculum based on the 1987 Philippine Constitution are the following. First, to inculcate patriotism and nationalism. To foster love of humanity. Promote respect for human rights, encouraging individuals to be humane and abhor crimes that violate human rights. Appreciate the role of national heroes in the historical development of the country. To teach the right and duties of citizenship. To strengthen ethical and spiritual values. Develop moral character and personal discipline. Encourage critical and creative thinking. And lastly, to broaden scientific and technological knowledge and promote vocational efficiency. Thank you for watching. In the next chapter, we will be talking about the different social stratifications. See you there.